This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, Stewart Islanders celebrate a busy tourist season as a hot summer sees a boom in visitor numbers. An Australian man dies on the same stretch of Shotover Rapids where a rafting guide tragically passed away. And a close shave for Otago Girls High School pupils proves a winner for charity. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Stewart Islanders are celebrating an exceptionally busy tourist season after a hot summer saw a boom in visitor numbers. An increase of around 9,000 visitors for the year has helped to boost the island's economy. Sharon Rees has more.
The cold weather is starting to settle in on Stewart Island, and the last visitors for the island's tourism season are wrapping up warm for their stay. But a hot southland summer saw a boost in tourist numbers for the region and a huge increase of around 9,000 extra visitors for Rakiura.
We've increased from something like 35,000 people a year to about 44. So for a small community like that, that's a pretty big step. So we've been very pleased with that. It's only just slowed down, and that makes an all-round bonus for everybody in town because people have got more work and there's more rubbish, there's more everything, and everybody gets a turn.
The season has already ended for Churchill Boutique Lodge owner Chris Sierra, who said there were a number of reasons why this season had been so busy. He said there had been a rise in Kiwi tourists who wanted a taste of how New Zealand used to be.
The summer was incredibly good weather. It's been the best summer I've had since coming. I think Kiwis who come here go, wow, this is what New Zealand used to be like. I remember when it was like this. The kids still wander around, and it's a solid community, and I think people, it's very Kiwi.
Ford said the $5 levy charged to all visitors to the island has gone a long way towards maintaining the island's infrastructure and visitor enhancement projects.
It's made a tremendous difference in as much as there were things that we can now do that you couldn't have expected ratepayers to do. And we've had some improvements, rebuilding of some jetties, footpaths, picnic tables, all sorts of things that visitor related, and of course that is the specifics of what that's for.
While the busy season may be coming to a close, Rakiura locals will still be welcoming those who don't mind experiencing the wilder elements of the island. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
The Dunedin doctor accused of murdering a 16-year-old girl can now be revealed as 30-year-old Vernod Scanther. The defendant, who allegedly killed teenager Amber Rose Rush on February the 2nd, has pleaded not guilty to the charge when he appeared before the High Court at Dunedin this morning. He also denied 4 charges of threatening to kill. Scanther will be back in court this week. A post-mortem will be held today for an Australian man who died on Saturday while on a commercial rafting trip on the Shotover River. He was 31-year-old police officer Joshua Parokai of New South Wales, who died on the same stretch of Shotover Rapids where a rafting guide died due to a medical event. Mena Amso reports.
Another death tragedy in the waters. First, it was the death of much-loved rafting guide Keith Chief Hare. Now it's an Australian tourist. 31-year-old Joshua Parokai died when his raft overturned about 3/4 of the way through a rafting trip near Queenstown on a wide water section of the Shotover River dubbed the Toilet Rapids. That's where the man and 5 other Australian tourists fell on the water. In a joint statement, Queenstown Rafting and Challenge Rafting said the man lost grip on a rescue rope while being pulled back across to the main group from the far side of the river. Parokai was swept through the next rapid where he was met by the safety kayaka who helped him navigate the subsequent rapid before assisting him to the shore. He became unresponsive. CPR was provided and a defibrillator utilized. Paroki received further treatment from paramedics who arrived by helicopter just after 5 p.m. but was unable to be resuscitated. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The rafting company says weather and river conditions were favourable and that it was not unusual for a raft to overturn. The 5 other Australians plus a rafting guide all survived. A post-mortem will be held today in Invercargill to determine the cause of death. Queenstown Rafting General Manager Luke Taylor said he and his staff are devastated by the incident. Our hearts go out to our guests and the families of those involved in this. Both our companies wish to offer the groups our sincere condolences and ongoing support. Police continue to make inquiries on behalf of the coroner with the assistance of Maritime New Zealand, which is conducting its own investigation into what happened. Queenstown Rafting and Challenge Rafting have voluntarily suspended rafting operations until further notice. Mina Amso, The South Today.
About 10 minutes before landing at Queenstown Airport, passengers heard a loud bang and saw a flash of white light when their plane was struck by lightning. As flight NZ21 from Auckland descended towards the airport, it encountered strong side winds and was forced to redirect to Christchurch Airport. One passenger said it was the first flight he'd been on where people have been clapping and cheering when the pilot landed the plane. There were almost 3,500 lightning strikes around the country yesterday, with most in the South Island on the west coast. On Friday, several pupils from Otago Girls High School bravely had their hair shaved off for charity. Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand will receive over $14,000 from the event.
Emotions ran high today at Otago Girls High School as 9 pupils and 4 staff lined up to shave their heads for charity. Head girl Ella Rooney says her new do will feel different than what she is used to.
I've always had it long, it's always been really thick, really long, and so it's very different.
The Year 13 pupil says she's very proud of the money raised and how much everyone got behind the fundraiser.
I'm very proud actually of how much everyone got behind it and how much we fundraised. I think we're 3rd in New Zealand for schools at the moment.
Rooney says the event this year has raised over $14,000 for the Shave for a Cure fundraiser.
We said 14,000 we raised, and there are some girls at our school who have lost family members that we're all very close with through sports teams or things, especially like this year and last year, and we know how hard it has been on them, and so this was the least we could do to support them and tell them that we're there for them.
Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand uses this event to raise money every year to fund research. Otago Girls High School Careers Advisor Robin Bazika says it is a proud moment to see all of the pupils and teachers lining up to support the cause, even if they don't want to have their heads shaved.
I just feel incredibly proud of our girls who have been an inspiration and have really encouraged everybody to get on board. So we've got people who don't want to get their hair cut but who are paying, sponsoring other people, and we've got some teachers who are supporting them as well and getting on board, so it's great. A really proud moment.
The honour of cutting Mrs. Bazika's hair went to Principal Linda Miller of Otago Girls High School. Ben Bootsma, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, vandals attacked Dunedin salmon hatchery for the 2nd time in 5 months, and teens from Hawea Flats show you can be enterprising and environmentally friendly with their new face painting business.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Why wait for seed to germinate? Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz. of interior design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477 1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
It's on again, the Star Regent 24-hour book sale. Starts noon the 8th of June. Don't miss out.
Massive menswear sale on now. Alex Campbell Menswear have brought out a top suppliers warehouse and factory shop. Nothing but bargains for you. Hurry in, South Dunedin store only.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Dunedin's top football on Channel 39, Saturdays at 7, Sundays at 2 and Tuesdays at 3:30.
Welcome back. Dunedin's salmon hatchery was attacked by vandals for the second time in 5 months. Just like in January, equipment was turned off and fish died as a result.
A despairing Steve Bennett is at a loss to know why people have again broken into the Dunedin Community Salmon Trust's hatchery for the second time in 5 months. Bennett outlines what's happened in this second attack.
It appears as though vandals have come into the hatchery complex again, turned off the aerators on one of our tanks that was holding we had 45 breeding jacks available to the hatchery for fertilising the eggs from our brood stock. So we had all the jacks in one particular pond, and it looks as though somebody's come in and again turned the aerator off, and we lost all 45.
He says they're grateful for help from salmon producers in South Canterbury, but says the hatchery feels targeted.
We've got enough through our a really kind donation from Mount Cook Salmon Mount Cook Alpine Salmon and High Country Salmon, the two organisations up the South Canterbury that donated some broodstock to us. So we do have enough eggs to see us right for the coming year, but it's really just more disappointing that somebody feels the need to come in here and kind of disrupt our operation.
Steve Bennett says they're not wanting revenge on people who are doing this, but simply want to know why, and asks if people have a problem with what the hatchery is doing to please come forward and chat.
I think everyone says to me, you know, what are you going to do when you catch them, and then, you know, you're going to shoot the bastard, all this sort of stuff. Ultimately, look, I don't care who's responsible or what your motives are for doing it, but I just want it to stop.
In January, the hatchery was vandalised and the aerators switched off, killing around 200 salmon worth $30,000. The latest loss of fish is said to be worth around $20,000. Police are still investigating the first incident and told the Otago Daily Times no arrests have been made yet. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
A group of schoolgirls from Hawea Flat are developing a face painting business that is friendly to the environment. The business avoids use of plastic microbeads that can be harmful to marine life.
Lauren Rimmer and Maisie Millwater from Mount Aspiring College operate a face painting business at A&P shows, birthday parties and even events such as last summer's Tuki Festival. And here, Tia McCutcheon models for their artistic creations. The glitter they choose to use is bio-glitter, made from eucalyptus and not containing plastic microbeads that could be harmful to marine life.
We thought, why don't we try get our hands on some bio-glitter? Because in England they ban like plastic glitter already, and so they might do that in New Zealand, and then we thought it's actually better if we use that colour.
In trying to find a trustworthy source of environmentally friendly glitter, they discovered that many internet stores sell products falsely labelled as bio-glitter.
On the website, we were like researching heaps of people. Yeah, we researched heaps of places, and that was the only one that was like legit. And we were looking at the website, and we like talked to them and stuff.
The girls are overcoming the challenges they face in developing an environmentally caring mail order business for on-selling the bio-glitter.
We're working on the packaging at the minute. Like, we've got little glass bottles, but they're like 6 grams of glitter, and because a lot of packaging and stuff is plastic. Yeah, and it's really hard to find like paper bags without a plastic lining and stuff.
Even things such as getting a business bank account are a challenge that these young entrepreneurs are determined to beat.
But we need to like get a bank account set up and stuff, which is really hard because of our ages. Yeah.
With microplastics being identified as a threat to marine life, these teenagers are well on track to creating a business that is friendly to the environment. Central Otago News in Wanaka for The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a Queenstown man is charged with arson over a house fire in the resort, and the teams are officially welcomed at the Tri-Nations Women's International Hockey Tournament in Cromwell.
Wait for seed to germinate. Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz. Interior design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
If
you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477-1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
It's on again, the Star Regent 24-hour book sale. Starts noon the 8th of June. Don't miss out.
Massive menswear sale on now. Oaks Campbell Menswear have bought out a top suppliers warehouse and factory shop. Nothing but bargains for you. Hurry in, South Dunedin store only.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Dunedin's top football on Channel 39, Saturdays at 7, Sundays at 2 and Tuesdays at 3:30.
Thanks for staying with us. Plans for a Dunedin Central 27-room hotel have been approved by the City Council. Dunedin property developers Frank and Karen Casimir have been granted resource consent to build a 4-storey hotel on the site of a Fleur Street car park. This plan includes a manager's residence and a ground floor cafe and bar centred on a central garden area, plus parking for 30 vehicles. Frank Casimir says they're planning a very high-end boutique hotel which would employ up to 12 staff. A Queenstown man has been charged with arson over a house and garage fire in the resort on Wednesday morning. The 21-year-old is also charged with burglary and unlawfully taking a motor vehicle. He was due to appear in Queenstown District Court today.
The burnt house on Riri Road in Lake Hayes Estate is uninhabitable due to smoke and water damage. The fire appeared to have begun in the garage, destroying a car before spreading to the house. All 4 occupants, a woman and her children, survived the blaze. Detective Matt Jones of Queenstown says the man was arrested on Saturday and has been remanded in custody. A public plea to help the family has been posted on Baskets of Blessings Facebook page, a Queenstown community group which helps people in need. Mina Amso, The South Today.
There was an official welcome for the teams at the Tri-Nations Women's International Hockey Tournament in Cromwell on Friday. The South Today attended the event.
The national women's hockey teams for Japan and Australia, as well as New Zealand, were welcomed by the Cromwell College Kapahaka Group last week. Central Otago Mayor Tim Cadigan said a lot of work has gone into getting the grounds to a suitable level for hosting international matches.
It is fantastic to have you here. This is an apex for hockey in Central Otago, and I say an apex, not the apex, because there'll be more to come. There's been those in the past when the turf first got laid, the sand turf, when the water turf got put down, when the building got built. We've got tonight and this coming week, and then who knows, maybe another turf.
The three teams will battle it out in the Tri-Nations Women's International Hockey Tournament over the next week, with one team taking away the big win next weekend. The Central Otago News in Alexandra for the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Stewart Islanders are celebrating an exceptionally busy summer tourist season with 9,000 extra visitors to Rakiura. A post-mortem will be held today for an Australian man who died on Saturday while on a commercial rafting trip on the Shotover River. And several pupils and staff from Otago Girls High School bravely had their hair shaved for charity, raising $14,000 for Leukemia and Blood Cancer New Zealand. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Phil Somerville.
Yes, hi Melissa. Here's a story about an embalmer in Dunedin who's done very well and won all sorts of national awards. She's very good and enjoys her work, so I'm looking forward to reading that story.
I want to know what she does, what those tools are for.
I wonder myself. Yeah. Hotels. There was the story about the smaller one in Falil Street, the boutique one. The big one for Murray Place, new plans are being lodged, much lower than before and no longer mirror glass. The developer from Tekapo is not very happy with the changes, but he feels they've been forced on him. So it's interesting to see what the hotel may look like now. There are plans there. There's another story on the Dunedin film industry, things going well. There's a report to the City Council tomorrow. So there's some growth and development in that area. Travel pages tomorrow, a couple of interesting stories. One about you can go to parts of Mexico and do all sorts of adventure tourism. And I found even more readable a story about a man of Chinese heritage who went back to Beijing and the Great Wall of China and describes his experience. I started reading that one and I thought I'll just get an idea of the story. And I kept on going right to the end. And I couldn't put it down, the old story there. And now the doctor named in the Amber Rose alleged murder, as we know, the names come out today and we've got more about that. And that's all in the paper tomorrow.
Wonderful, thank you, Phil. And you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Today's southern view is of the Octagon overlooking Dunedin City. Looking at the situation, a very cold and stormy week is ahead for us, with west to southwesterly airflow all week dragging air from the Antarctic onto southern New Zealand. Expect plenty of snow on the hills and ranges. Winds will be near gale force at times in exposed places and sleety showers everywhere else. Looking what's at store for the southern towns, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can all expect strong winds, rain easing and a high of 8 degrees. Moving westwards to the central lakes areas, Alexandra is looking at fresh winds, rain and a high of 10 degrees. Queenstown and Wanaka both have strong winds in store with possible thunderstorms and a high of 9. Tiana will be having strong winds, rain easing and 8 degrees. Looking at the northern towns, Oamaru and Timaru can expect fresh winds, some rain and 11. Amarama and Twizel will see strong winds, thunderstorms and a high of 9 degrees. In Dunedin, cloudy tonight with northerly winds and an overnight low of 6. It will be cloudy tomorrow with some brief rain around the middle of the day, moderate winds and cool temperatures with a high of 11 and a low of 3. And a period of cold cloud and brief showers on Wednesday with gusty cold winds, a high of 8 and a low of 5 degrees. And in Invercargill there will be cloud increasing tonight with an overnight low of 7 degrees. Cloudy tomorrow with periods of rain and strong gusty winds, easing to showers during the afternoon and cold winds, a high of 9 and a low of 5 degrees. And it's cloudy with showers and strong to near gale force winds on Wednesday with a high of 7 and a low of 4 degrees. And that's our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the Southern Region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.